What's going on, guys? This is Doug with We Are Airsofters. I have an unboxing for you today.
Hey guys, what's going on? This is Chandler from We Are Airsofters, and today I have a review of the Tokyo Marui Glock 17. This gun is light because it is made out of a high quality polymer plastic. Now besides that, the reason I bought this gun is because it is light, affordable, and because of how great the trademarks are on this gun. Right here you can see the trademarks. The 17 for the model that it is, the Glock 17. Right here, the Austria, that is where the Glock is made. And right here, the 9x19, which means that this gun uses a 9mm round and the magazine holds 19 rounds. Again, you can see this right here on the slide. It's kind of hard to see, but it says 9x19 around here. And then on this side of the gun, you got this serial number here and the serial number here, which match. It gives it more of an authentic look. Right here you got some symbols. Right here it says Tokyo Marui Limited, that kind of stuff. Makes it look even more cool. Down here you have some more stuff. So let's get back to the gun itself. So yeah, eject your magazine. This button right here. You do that. Tokyo Marui Glock 17 came with this mag, and it has some nice markings on the back. Pretty cool. It's a nice mag. Now, to disassemble this gun, crack the slide. You have this takedown lever right about there. And this one right here. Pull these down at the same time, and you just release your side. So then inside, your internals and all that good stuff. Right here is your spring and your guide rod. Now, the only way you can get down to your inner barrel and hop up and all that stuff is you have to remove this. So push forward like so and remove it. And once you do that, you can push forward your hop up assembly. It comes out. And then you have your outer barrel assembly and your orange tip. And then inside is your hop up. And it's pretty hard to see, but right, zoom in on it right here where my finger is. You can see that. This little knob. What you do with that is, if you want to remove it, you simply just give it a little bit of force. Comes out, and here's what you're left with. And you have the outer barrel and this. So then you can just put that back together, like so. And then what's left is your slide and the internals. And now something to note: if you would like to replace your sights, there is a screw right here. You want to do that, and you get your back sight out. And the same here. You have another screw down in here. Screw in on that. Right there. You remove that, and you can remove your sights and put in new ones if you so please. So then, reassembly is very easy. Take your outer barrel, put it in like so. Back, you take your spring guide, and you'll notice that right here there's a little dip, and you put that facing upwards. The manual says to do this when reassembling. I don't know if it makes a difference if you put it any other way, but it seems to be easier. So then you just push your spring forward, put this on like that, and you put it on these rails here on the gun, your slide. And I highly suggest that what you do is take some silicone oil or whatever you have to lube your gun, spray a little bit on these rails so that your slide operates a little better. And that'll make your gun last longer. And then you just rack your slide to make sure it works. Put your mag in, and you're good to go. Now in the next part of the video, we will show you how to remove this here, this down here, and the orange tip, and we will also show you how to install the night sights. Okay, so now to install these night sights. What you're going to need is your night sights, your gun, and a screwdriver. So what you do, check your mag, put that aside, rack your slide if you're going, as if you were going to disassemble your gun. Take the slide off, put your low receiver away, and then zoom in on this, like I showed you before. Right there, the screw right here, you have to remove that for the back sight. So this is kind of blurry, hard to do. So I'll unscrew this. And there, see, it's out. And here's the screw. Now what you do is you take your screwdriver, kind of push it out with a little bit of force. If that does not work, you can just go on the top of the gun and use your screwdriver and kind of lift up the sight, like I just did there. I'll do that to both sides, and you will see what I mean. And then you just take it off, and there's your rear sight. So now that I removed that, take your sights, take this little piece of paper off, and then you get this rear sight. So then what you do is you just simply put that back in there, snap it into place. There you go. Then put your screw back into place, like so, and then go ahead and screw it in. And once you have it screwed in, it's nice and secure, and do not over tighten these. You do not want to strip your screw head. So there you go, it's installed. Now for the front one, you must remove your spring guide. So do that, take it out, there it is, and then you have to remove your barrel, like so, and then what you're left with is that screw right there. So remove this screw. Now it's a small screw, so make sure you do not lose it. And as soon as I get this out, I will show you how small it is. It is very small, so keep that. And then your original front sight right here. And then you can take your night sight, which is larger, which is nice, so it's not as easy to lose. And then, let's see, right here. So you put that in the little hole. Should kind of stick in place, like so, and then there it is. And here's what your sight picture is now, just like that, if the camera will focus. Yeah, so then you go back in with the tiny screw, like before. Make sure you don't lose it, this is very small. And so you screw it in. Takes a little time because it's so small. 1 second. Okay, there we go. Oh, no, it has to be stupid. Let's see here. Let's get this in. Alright, I'm just gonna cut this and I'll show you what it looks like when you're done. Okay, so I screwed it back in. So now you just reassemble everything. Just put your outer barrel in, slide it back, take your guide rod with the spring on it. Stick that back in, like so. And you take your 2 parts, slide the slide back on, cock it, make sure it's on nice and tight. Put your mag back in, and there you go. You just installed your night sights. So now in the next part of the video, we will show you how to remove this little piece of plastic there, and this little piece of plastic there, and the orange tip. And also, you can keep your night sights if you please. Okay, so now I'll show you how to remove the pieces of plastic that are covering the Glock logos. Now some of you may be asking, why are you even showing us how to do this? Because, well, I'm doing this because, in case you did not know how to do this, I am showing you how. So, here's what you do. You can just take a screwdriver, and you can just pry it off. If that doesn't work, then use whatever is necessary. Feels like it's glued on there pretty good. Just get your screwdriver under there, like that. And just flew with the camera. So there you go, that's what's underneath. It is covered in glue. I will clean that up and I'll show you what it looks like later. So then down to this one, you do the same. So just kind of pry it off like so. Don't try to break your gun in the process. And then it just kind of pries off. The glue comes out pretty easily. And then, let's see here. Oh, that's not good. So mine didn't come off cleanly. It still is removable. So just kind of pry it off there. And oh, it's almost off. Okay. I think I'm doing more harm than good here. This plastic is very annoying. Yeah, this thing is a little tricky to get off. It's harder than the first one. Yeah, let's see here. Can't get the plastic to pry off. Yeah, basically you just pry this off. I will show you what it looks like when I'm done. That's as far as I've gotten off, and I'll show you what it looks like when you clean them off. Okay, so I removed the plastic and kind of cleaned it up, and this is what it looks like now. It's still a little dirty, but it's kind of hard to get that stuff out. If you wanted to, you could try to remove the rest of the glue that's inside the Glock logo itself, but then you'll most likely scratch it, so I recommend not doing that. But yeah, so that's what it looks like now. And then with the grip itself, if you can see that, I did not get the rest of the plastic off, and I just really was scratching it, so I just kind of gave up. So if you do run into this problem, I would just kind of stop there. If your piece of plastic didn't come off all the way, I would just kind of stop there and give up. Or if you are really persistent, then have fun scratching your gun. But what you could do is just buy another lower receiver and then try it again. Those are, I think, somewhat cheap. But yeah, so I did that, and that's what it looks like. And now I'll just reassemble the gun, and I will have to cut again because I still have to take off the orange tip, as you can see. And pretty much if you want to do that before you see that part of the video, you just really have to it's most likely glued in there. You could try to yank it out, but you might damage your gun though. You probably just want to boil up a pot of water, stick it in there. I would recommend taking out all your internals and just have it be your slide that you stick in there. Maybe hold it with something so it doesn't drop in there and you don't melt your plastic, but I would do that. The glue will most likely melt then. You could just try to yank it off, but that might ruin your gun even more, so yeah, you could just do that while I assemble my gun. So yeah, I will have that part of the video next. Okay, so I removed the orange tip, as you can see. There's still a little bit of stuff on there. I just have to sand that down, clean it, But I used a Dremel, a chisel-like tool, and a saw to get this off. Took a while, but it was well worth it, because now you can see there's nothing on there. So, now, kind of clear out my workstation, and I will reassemble the gun, and you can see your finished product. So yeah, this has just been like a summary of the gun and what you can do to it. I probably will get a metal slide and outer barrel for this, just so it looks nicer. But yeah, now the gun looks a lot better. I'll show you in a little bit what it looks like without the orange tip. The night sights are a nice touch. Makes it look more tactical. I know, I almost forgot the hammer spring. Yeah, it's a nice, looks a lot nicer. Looks a lot nicer now. I'll show you what it looks like now. There. Well, yeah, there it is. Finished and everything. It looks real now, so that might be a problem, but yeah, that's what it looks like. I think it looks cool now, especially that that's gone and then that's still there, but that's not a big deal. Well, thanks for watching. We will probably have a range and chrono of this here pretty soon. I still have to get a chrono. Yeah, so thanks for watching.